It is Tilly time once again. The Matildas taking on Argentina across 2 friendly matches over the next coming weeks. We're going to be previewing the matches, talking about what we could see for the Matildas in terms of lineup, maybe some new faces joining the team, or some returning faces rather, that we are very excited to potentially see feature in these couple of games. And of course, this is all about preparation for next year's Asian Cup, which is getting closer and closer. And of course, there are rumors circulating online that a new Matildas head coach is close to being appointed. So this could well be the final games for Tom Sermanni in charge of the side. First of all, let's take a quick look at Argentina and their game so far this year. 2025 has seen them take on South American rivals Chile, beating them 3-0 and then drawing 0-0 in a double friendly series, and then taking on Canada in a pair of friendlies as well, losing 3-0 to Canada and then defeating Canada 1-0 as well. Of course, fans of the 2023 Women's World Cup will remember that Argentina did feature at that tournament. They did not play in Australia, they played over in New Zealand. Now taking on Australia here in a pair of friendlies, the first one coming up this Friday in Melbourne, and once again the Matildas are returning to Canberra for the first time in a couple of years as well. Argentina currently sit 33rd in the FIFA rankings, whereas Australia are currently sitting in 16th. So let's discuss the squad that has been named for this pair of friendlies. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. Which particular players are you most excited to see feature for the Matildas across these 2 friendlies? Of course, it is not only an opportunity for us to try and, build some positive results as we get closer to the Asian Cup, but at the same time, give different players an opportunity here to get some game time for the Matildas. So, starting off goalkeepers, Tegan Micah, Jada Wyman, and Morgan Aquino in there as well. So I think we'd expect Tegan Micah to be the starting goalkeeper there, but you've got some 3 fantastic options there as well. Centre-back options here, Lana Kennedy, Natasha Pryor is there, Steph Catley, Claire Hunt as well. So no huge surprises in that centre of defence department. You got Charlie Grant, who can play at the right side of defence. Left back options, Courtney Nevin, Jamila Rankin as well. We did see Jamila Rankin make some promising appearances for the Matildas in those last couple friendlies not too long ago as well. Plenty of options when it comes to midfield as well. You've got Winona Heatley, who we know can play in a centre-back role, but we have seen Tom Sermanni utilising a Heatley as a defensive midfielder, which I think has worked really well for us as well. Worth pointing out also that, obviously these players aren't locked to these positions. There's so many players here that we can see rotate around the pitch as well. And it'll be very interesting to see what precise formation Tom Sermanni does go for, because we have seen him experiment with a couple different styles during his tenure in charge of Matildas. So in terms of midfield there, alongside Heatley, you got Wheeler, Isabel Gomez, who's coming off a fantastic season, a championship winning season with the Central Coast Mariners in the A-League Women's. Leah Davidson also featuring in the A-League Women's for Melbourne City, and Kyra Cooney-Cross there as well. So no Tamiki Yallop, no Katrina Gorry for this camp. You've got Amy Sayer returning there as well. Great to see her back from injury, and Emily Van Egmond coming in with her experience as well. Some exciting players in the wide areas. You've got the quality of Caitlin Ford there, but Caitlin Torpey, Briley Henry as well. Again, another one of these stars from Melbourne City, Briley Henry, who's very versatile also. And then the striking options, you got Michelle Heyman, an exciting call-up for Carly Johnson, previously of Western United, and Holly McNamara as well in there also. Holly McNamara, obviously the star striker for Melbourne City this past season also. So many options there for Tom Sermanni. It does feel like it could well be a 4-2-3-1, which is what we did see in those last couple friendlies against South Korea. So I think we will see that same formation. I think, it's always a hint to us. If there's heaps of defenders named, we could see sort of the back 3, but we still could see it, but I think it's more likely that we will see at least 3 midfielders named in the starting 11 for the Matildas. So this is a look at what I think the strongest Matildas lineup could be for these Argentina friendlies. Now, obviously, we are still missing a number of key players due to injury, but this is still a very strong lineup. This is pretty similar to the last lineup we saw for the Matildas in their last match up in Newcastle against South Korea. Micah and goals are back for Grant, Kennedy, Catley, and Nevin. It does feel like Steph Catley, obviously, she's played so many games at left fullback for the Matildas. but she obviously features in a centre-back role a lot for Arsenal, and it's a role that I think is really suiting her at the moment, and especially being a left-footed player, having a left-footed player in that left centre-back role always helps. Partnering with Alana Kennedy, or whether it is Hunt or Pryor, it's a really good pairing there in the centre of defence. Wheeler and Cooney Cross as well, and then you've got an opportunity. I mean, as a Mariners fan, I would love to see Izzy Gomez get a run on the field as well, but so many options there in that midfield area, whether it is Davidson, Heatley, Wheeler, Gomez coming in as well. Van Egmond will probably get the nod to start as well. Amy Sayer could come on in that attacking midfield role to replace her as well. On the right-hand side, I would like to see Caitlin Torpey get a run from the start. I think Torpey has shown some really promising signs in her limited minutes starting for the Matildas, but this is an opportunity, I think, especially with Hayley Rasso out at the moment, to show what she can do in an attacking winger position. Caitlin Ford off that left-hand side and Holly McNamara leading the line. I thought McNamara, again, was looking dangerous, leading the line for Matildas in those last couple friendlies, and she's obviously coming off a fantastic season for Melbourne City, which saw them win the A-League Women's Premiership this past season as well. But again, hopefully we see the likes of Carly Johnson get some game time, Briley Henry coming off the bench as well. I'm sure we'll see plenty of substitutions across these games, and may well see across the two friendlies, like the second friendly, may well see a completely different starting 11, which I wouldn't mind too. Again, you need to utilise these matches to rotate the squad to give as many players game time as possible. So while there's been some mixed results so far this year for Argentina, they'll be eager to get some positive results in these games. They have got the Copa America just around the corner, so it should be a tough test for the Tillies, while still trying to rotate players around, give new faces some more game time as well. But both the Matildas can win both of these games, getting positive results and ultimately putting in positive performances as well. That's what we really want to see as we get closer to the Asian Cup next year. What's your predictions for these games, and what players are you most excited to see start for the Tillies across these two friendlies? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks guys for tuning in. Make sure to stay subscribed for more Matildas talk right here on the channel. My name's Lockie, and I'll see you in the next one.